welcome back to my channel. Today, you're going to be watching me speed design a book tracking app that I've been working on just for fun. And while you watch, I'm going to be having a heart-to-heart with you about the truth about the UI UX design industry, specifically the challenges we're facing and the joys that make it all worthwhile. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the job market. If you spend any amount of time on Reddit or on LinkedIn, you're going to be seeing a lot of posts or hearing from friends about how tough it is to land a job in UI UX right now. And to be honest, the industry is extremely competitive. It can be demotivating when you hear about long job hunts, expensive boot camps, or just the sheer number of people trying to break into the field. There are so many people that are transitioning into UI UX design. But here's the truth. Focusing only on the negative is going to suck the energy right out of you. Yes, the industry is competitive, but there are so many opportunities available that exist for those that are willing to adapt. Now, the key isn't just applying for jobs, but knowing how to position yourself in a crowded field. There are freelance gigs, startups, nonprofits that need help with user experience, or even just opportunities within your local community or friends and family. Sometimes it's about seeing beyond the traditional routes and just getting creative again. Now, the one thing I want to emphasize is this: design should be fun. Despite all the negativity that is out there, design should be fun. I see way too many designers, especially those just starting out, that feel burned out from chasing job titles or scrambling to keep up with the latest tools. After FitCon 2024, there were so many new features and everyone is like, oh, have you tried this tool? Have you tried that tool? But here's the question. When's the last time you designed something just for the joy of it? When was the last time that you weren't thinking about whether it would land you a job or how it would look in your portfolio? For me, this book tracking app I'm working on is purely a passion project. There is no client, no deadlines. It's never going to become an app. It is just me enjoying the process of creating. And this is the kind of thing that reminds me about why I fell in love with design in the first place. It's these personal projects that keep the fire alive, especially if your 9 to 5 is boring or if it's high pressure or if you're just doing the same thing. These passion projects remind you about why you fell in love with design in the first place. Whether it's redesigning an app you love or experimenting with a new style, doing something just for yourself can help reignite your passion. If what you're doing is what's putting bread on your table, that is high pressure, it's high stress. Sometimes we fall out of love with it because of all that stress and that pressure. So the one thing I want to talk about is progress. How do you even measure it in an industry that's constantly evolving? It can be easy to feel like you're just, treading water, especially when there's always something new to learn. But one of the best ways to keep moving forward is by setting small, manageable goals. Whether it's designing one new screen a week or just dedicating 1 hour to learning a new tool, these bite-sized achievements will add up over time. If you've read Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about it, the 1% rule. And he says, if you just improve by 1% over a year, you'll have improved by 37%. And that's what I'm talking about. Achieving these small incremental accomplishments are going to add up over time. Don't fall into the trap of thinking progress only means landing a job or creating this amazing portfolio. Completing even the smallest project is progress. And let me touch on something that's actually a huge pitfall for many of us. Comparison. Social media can make it look like everyone else is leveling up faster than you. They're landing their dream gig, they're posting polished portfolios. But remember, what you're seeing is the highlight reel. You're not seeing the countless hours of struggle behind the scenes. So focusing too much on other people's progress will take you away from focusing on your own progress. Don't get distracted by someone else's progress. Forget about people that are romanticizing the design life. It's not all fun and games, traveling the world and setting your own hours. Sometimes it's hard work. Sometimes it's not sleeping at night because you have to get this design done. And that's the reality of it. So forget about what it looks like at a surface level, and remember that your progress is going to look different from someone else's progress. Remind yourself what you enjoy about design. What makes you feel proud of your work? What excites you about your projects? It's so easy to get caught up in someone else's path, but the real progress happens when you keep your eyes on your own growth. Another thing I've learned is the importance of taking breaks. Seriously, don't undervalue the power of stepping away from your screen. If you've been grinding nonstop, trying to perfect your latest design, or perhaps you're just endlessly scrolling through Dribble for inspiration, you might be running yourself into the ground. So take that coffee break with a friend, spend time with your family, throw that ball for your dog, or just get outside. These moments are what's going to re-energize you and allow you to come back to your work with a fresh perspective and renewed creativity. Sometimes all you need to do is take a step back so you can remember why you fell in love with UI UX design in the first place. So ask yourself, why did you fall in love with UI UX design? It is such a niche field that not everyone gets, but there's something that drew you to it, something that keeps you showing up. For me personally, it's the problem-solving aspect, taking something complex and turning it into an experience that's intuitive and enjoyable for users. There's nothing like seeing someone effortlessly use something that you've designed. That's what keeps me going, and I'm sure you have your own reasons. So list out your reasons and remind yourself about why you fell in love with UI UX design. So if you're feeling stuck, take some time to reflect. What was it that first sparked your passion for design? Was it the challenge of solving problems, creative freedom, the satisfaction of bringing an idea to life? Whatever it is or whatever it was, hold on to that. It's your anchor when things get tough, or when the work gets boring, or when it feels like you're not making any progress. And lastly, when you're in a rut, find something to inspire you. It doesn't have to be this big project. It can be as simple as sketching out a new idea or revisiting an old design with fresh eyes. For me, working on this book tracking app is my way of reconnecting with the joy of creating without any external pressures. I came up with this book tracking idea because at the start of the year, I told myself that I wanted to be able to read more books this year, get back to reading. I started using the Goodreads app and I thought, damn, this app sucks. It's not user-friendly. It's just not a great app. There isn't another app like it. And so that's what inspired me to create this book tracking app. Even though it's never going to be a project, it's something that I'm passionate about. And it just brings me joy to see it come to life. So all these projects that you're working on, they serve as a reminder that even with all the challenges, amidst all the negativity, you show up because you love design. All right, if you've made it this far, thanks for sticking with me. Let me know in the comments what keeps you inspired as a designer. And if you're struggling, just know that you're not alone. We're all in this together, navigating the ups and downs. So that's it for today, guys. If you found this video helpful or relatable, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on UI UX design. Until next time, keep designing, keep growing, and most importantly, keep finding the joy in what you do.